Hi everybody, Illnesses, Jamie here from Starter Riot. Welcome back to Thank Punk, it's Friday. This week, Have Mercy released a new song and video called Coexist. That's off their upcoming third album, Make the Best of It, which will be out on the 21st of April on Hopeless Records. It's been 3 years since their underrated gem, A Place of Our Own, was released on Hopeless Records. Looking forward to this album. They are one of Hopeless Records' most underrated bands, and hopefully they can shine on this album. Gnarwolves have announced their second album, Outsiders. That's due out on the 5th of May on Big Scary Monsters. It's their second album proper since 2014's self-titled debut. Since then, they released a brilliant EP, Adolescence, and toured the world. But now they're back. They promised new music this week. At the time of recording, there's nothing out, but knowing how this usually goes, they will have released something by now, and it's probably great. They will be doing a full UK tour in support of that album in May. Alex G has announced his 7th album, Rocket, and premiered 2 tracks off it, Bobby and Witch. That'll be out on the 19th of May on Domino Recordings. Alex G is of course lo-fi indie pop. He last toured here in the UK with Basement and Tiger's Jaw. It's for fans of artists like Mac DeMarco or Elvis Presley. You know the vibe. Hipsters love him. Can't Swim are streaming their debut album, Fail You Again, on Alternative Press. It's out on Pure Noise Records on March the 10th, next Friday, but do not wait to listen to it. It is fantastic. If you enjoyed the EP, then it has everything good about that and more, and just more refined and more brilliant. They got loads of sing-alongs, loads of heavier songs, especially the first and last song, and they've even added anthems like the single We Won't Sleep. I'm so excited for everyone to hear this album. It's absolutely fantastic. One of my favourite bands at the minute. They'll be supporting Real Friends on tour in the UK in April. If you didn't catch them supporting Boston Manor last year, then definitely get down to one of these shows. Manchester hardcore band Throwing Stuff have announced their debut album, Fit, Fine and Well. Will be out on the 7th of April on TNS Records. They're currently streaming the first track of it called I Know What's Best. This is for fans of 90s East Coast hardcore. Ferocious live show. Catch them playing Manchester Punk Festival this year and also on tour with Australian band Clowns after that. Speaking of 90s East Coast hardcore influenced band Leeds' Higher Power have released a new song called Can't Relate. That's taken from their debut album Soul Structure, which will be out on the 19th of May on Flatspot Records and Ven Records. They are currently opening for Basement on their UK tour. Some of you probably already seen them this week. Like I said, for fans of 90s East Coast hardcore influenced bands, but these are less aggressive, more melodic than Throwing Stuff. Grose Rock have added a load more new bands, including hardcore legends Gorilla Biscuits, Me Without You, who will be supporting Under Oath on their upcoming UK and EU tour, already playing the festival as well. Boston Manor and Blood Youth, they'll all be heading to a very cold field in Belgium at the end of April. Speaking of Blood Youth, they've released a new track, Making Waves. It's the second single taken from their debut album, Beyond Repair, which will be out on Rude Records on the 7th of April. They'll also be doing a short run of dates in support of that album in April. Doe have released a video for their excellent song, Monopoly. It's off the album Some Things Last Longer Than You, one of my favourite albums of last year. The video is a dating show which features members of Doe. Bit of a sneery remark about basses as well in there. Fans of Doe in jokes will be keen on that one. They will be heading to South by Southwest next week. I am very jealous. They'll also be playing some shows with Level Up and Honeyblood in the coming months. If you haven't heard the album, do yourself a favour. It's fantastic. Los Campesinos have released a new video for their song 5 Flucloxacillin. That's off their 6th album, 6 Scenes, which came out last Friday on Wichita Records. The video is a quirky pastiche of Bargain Hunt. Now, if you're not from the UK, you may not know what Bargain Hunt is. It's daytime television over here where people buy tat at tat fairs, like a car boot sale, you may call it a garage sale in America, and then they flog it at provincial auctions. It always takes place in a small town in England. It's very quaint, very British, and nothing could sum up Los Campesinos more than this quirky take on British culture. They always seem to marry really twee British scenes with fantastic indie pop. If you've not heard of them before, you may have heard their fantastic song You Me, dancing off 2007's debut album. They're just really fun, a really good band. If you like the sound of that, then definitely give them a listen. They've been around for long enough. They've paid their dues. They're currently on tour in the US in support of that album, with Crying supporting them. UK punks Ghouls have released a video for their song Seasonal Effective. That's off their upcoming album Run, which will be out on the 5th of May on 1471 Records. Diet Sig have released a new song called Bath Day. It's the second song off their upcoming album Swear I'm Good at This, which will be out on the 7th of April on French Kiss Records. These are for fans of bands like Doe or Muncie Girls, or especially Hop Along. Really good kind of twee indie pop, follows on from the song Tummy Ache, which came out a few weeks ago, which is also fantastic. And Minus the Bears' new album is out today called Voids. That is their first album in 5 years for the math rock band. That's all for this week, guys. I have struggled through this video with a cold. If that doesn't deserve a like, then please just take pity on me anyway and give me one. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it for this show every week. Live videos, and interviews. But for now, thank Punk, it's Friday!